All right, now we are going to be looking at questions number 9 and 10 for the second section. It says the contestants for the Springboard Superstar contest are as follows. The genders and ages of the contestants are in parentheses. And we have this list of people. It says select one of the 12 contestants at random. What is the sample space for this probability experiment? Our sample space would be Aaron Kelly. I'm going to abbreviate because it's going to take too long. Andrew Garcia. Casey James. Crystal Bauer Sox. Dee Dee Benham. Katie Stevens. Lacey Brown. Lee DeWise. Michael Lynch. Paige Miles. Sihoban Mangus. And Tim Urban. All right. Now remember there are 12 things in our sample space. B says, find the probability that the selected contestant is Casey James. Well, how many Casey James do we have up here? 1. How many total contestants were there? 12. All right. I want to know the probability that the person is female. How many females do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of the total number, which is 12. We're going to write that in simplest form, which is 1/2. Has a last name beginning with Z. No Z, no Z's. So this would be 0 out of 6 or 0. Under the age of 30. So we're looking for how many people are under the age of 30. Well, age of 30 or less, age of 30 or less, age of 30 or less, age of 30 or less. Looks like all of them are under the age of 30. So that has a 1. The probability is 1 because every person that we select, all of them are under the age of 30. Has a last name beginning with B. So I'm looking at their last name. I have 1, 2. I got 3. 3 out of how many? 12. So that makes that 3 out of 12, which is 1/4. Does not have a last name beginning with B. So how many people don't start with B on their last name? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 12, which is 3/4. What do you get when you add the answers to parts B5 and B6? Will the probability that an event happens and the event does not happen always add to 1 and explain? Well, we would have 1/4 plus 3/4 equals 1. Yes, when you add probabilities, when adding the probability an event occurs and does not occur, should always equal 0. All right. Now let's move to question 10. To generalize, when we add the probability that an event happens to the probability that it does not happen, we always get 1. From this, we can conclude that to find the probability that an event does not happen, we can subtract from 1 the probability that it does happen. This is called the complement of an event. So the probability that the event does not happen would equal 1 minus the probability that it does happen. Number 10, make sense of problems. Gina and James are recently married and are planning on having 3 children. They are wondering how many girls and how many boys they will have in their family. Assume that it's equally likely to have a girl as it is to have a boy. 3 of the possible outcomes are shown in an organized list. There are 8 possible outcomes. Find the other 5 outcomes. Okay, well, they have G represents the girls and B's obviously represent the boys. So these would be the order. So that would be girl, girl, girl. Here, what they're saying is it would be girl, girl, boy. Girl, boy, girl. Well, let's go boy, girl, girl. All right, let's take a look at the next part. Maybe we could do girl, boy, boy. How about boy, boy, girl? Boy, girl, boy with the girl in the middle. And the last one would be there's no girls in the family, we have all boys. Better Business Bureau. All right, B says find the probability that in their family they will have 3 girls. Now, how many of these resulted in all 3 being G's? Only 1, right? How many total did we have? 8, you're right. So this is a 1 out of 8 chance. What about having exactly 2 girls? Now, this has exactly 2 girls. This has exactly 2 girls. And this one has exactly 2 girls. So that's a 3 out of 8 chance. All right. At least 2 girls. Well, that's got 2 girls, that's got 2 girls, that's got 2 girls, right? But here, this one also at least has 2 girls. It has more. So that would actually give me 4 out of 8, or half the time. What is the probability that they will not have exactly 2 girls in the family? Now, remember, the event that it does not happen would be 1 minus the event that it does. Okay, now how many times did they have exactly 2 girls? 3 out of 8, right? I'm going to do 1 minus 3 out of 8, which would make that 5/8. On to your final debriefing.